Santa María, nuestra Dios del cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Santa María, nuestra Dios del cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Santa María, nuestra Dios del cielo, santificado.
Lo y progreso y gracias a la misericordia. This is Sancista Luis, and I'm doing a video today to, do an explanation on the differences on what is Sanse, Puerto Rican Sanse, and Dominican 21 division. I've noticed a trend on Facebook and on social media. Well, things that just baffle my mind about people saying, oh, that Puerto Ricans are stealing from Dominicans and blah, blah, blah. There are so much important social things that we should be speaking about. What's happening to the Haitians in the Caribbean, what happened in Charlestown, wars, famine, hunger, child abuse. These are things that we should be focusing on as spiritual people, and not these idiotic, stupid subjects of, childish. It is childish. Oh, you're stealing my tradition and blah 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 blah. It's retarded. I don't participate in it, and I tell my godchildren don't participate in it. Be like Poncho Pilato y te lava la mano de esa mierda. All right. But anyways, let's talk about the differences between Puerto Rican Sanse or Sanse and Dominican 21 division, and I'm just gonna do from some emails that I've got. So I'm just gonna, answer them as best as I can and as short as I can to make this video short. Okay, so the main focus, let's start off with 21 division. The main focus on 21 division, for the practitioners of 21 division, is that they work with los misterios, those spirits that are known as los invisibles, los loases. These are spirits of forces of nature, and we all know them. If you're in this video, of course you know Papa Candelo, La Metacili, Belcam. So the main focus in 21 division is the honoring of these spiritual forces of nature. And this is what is primarily in the 21 division. In Sanse, we do honor spirits of the, what we call them misterios as well. These misterios can be loases, as they can be angels, as they can be orisha, okay? Orisha from like West Africa. But we also have un cuadro espiritual, okay, in Sanse, where we also we venerate the ancestors, and we work with what we call comisiones espirituales. And these comisiones espirituales are spirits, spiritual guides, we call them emisarios as well, that are emissaries for one's jefe. Jefe is like your angel, your guardian angel, the one that governs and protects your head. So these spirits, whom often los sancistas or sancistas bring down, are the emissaries of your higher ranking spirits, those jefes of a higher ranking level, So the main focus in 21 division is working with los misterios, the loa, los invisibles, la familia. That is the main focus in 21 division. While in Sanse is more working with honoring the ancestors, but working with the cuadro espiritual, which are emissaries of the misterios. So we tend to work more with los emisarios. This does not mean that in Sanse we do not work los jefes, which are los misterios. We do, but we tend to more work with las comisiones, these emisarios, that can come from any culture. It does not necessarily have to be African or Indian. It could be gypsies. It could be Arabian. It could be pirates. It could be Egyptian, Hindu, Chinese, host and host and host of spirits. So that is one of the major differences between Sunset and 21 Division. Okay, now while in Santo Domingo, or let's say Hispaniola, but let's say more Santo Domingo, the more Santo Domingo side, similar to Puerto Rico, there were Africans who were brought from Western Africa and Central Africa. And there are similar tribes in both islands, both Borinquen in Puerto Rico and Quisqueya, the Dominican Republic, as well as Haiti. But we're going to go focus on the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. Both had Yoruba, both had Bantu, Igbo, and there was a greater number of Mandinga in the Dominican Republic than more than in Puerto Rico. And in Puerto Rico had a bigger number of Congo and Yoruba tribes, and Daomian tribes. So that's, one different. Of course, Haiti and the Dominican Republic had a greater number of different groups than in Puerto Rico. And primarily in Puerto Rico, the African groups were, like I just said, Yoruba, Daome, Igbo, and Congolese. Those were the major groups. Now, 21 Division is a mixture of three traditions, which is West African voodoo from Benin, Catholic, Roman Catholic influences, and indigenous indigenous spiritual beliefs. In Puerto Rican Sanse, there's the similarity, which we have the West African voodoo elements mixed in with the Catholicism, also with the indigenous Taino spirituality. But a difference with Sanse is the espiritismo criollo. Not just also espiritismo criollo y espiritismo folclórico, but also Kardeciano spiritism, which differentiates or makes Sanse a little bit different from 21 Division in those aspects. Much of the prayers in 21 Division are primarily Catholic prayers, while in Sanse, much of the prayers that we use are primarily espiritismo, from the espiritista traditions. Some lineages of the 21 Division do have animal sacrifices to the misterios, while in Sanse, not so much. We do not give animal sacrifices to our comisiones. We do offer, like 21 Division, we do offer perfumes and fruits and flowers to our misterios, to our jefes, as does, 21 Division. But 21 Division, there are some lineages that do give animal sacrifices. And this is something that does not exist in Sanse. 21 Division has a greater influence in African tradition. Okay, there's more of an African element where you will see more African or African-derived names of the Loa or the Misterios within 21 Division, while the major ones do exist in Sanse, Candelo, such as La Metresa, you know what I'm saying? Some are different. While you have Lubana in the 21 division, you might see Mama Chimbi in Sanse. But in Sanse is more, you will see more names like the Santos, which also you will see in the 21 division. Uh, in the Dominican Republic, the names of the African names was preserved, while it was not preserved as much so in Puerto Rico. So there's one difference. Uh, Aspect, the 21 division has more African influence, you know, while Sanse would have more of an indigenous Taino influence. You can hear it in the beats of the 21 division, in the music that they play, and los toques de palos and all that. We call them toques, you know, but in Puerto Rico, you know, they call them fiesta de palos. We call them toques in Puerto Rico. It's another difference right there. But their influence is more African based, while in Puerto Rico, in Sanse, it's more indigenous. Okay. They have several. Well, first of all, they're those who are initiated or received those ceremonies of bautismo and blah blah blah. In the 21 division, they are known as Papaloa, Mamaloa, Papaboko, Mamamambo, while in Sanse, both male and female are known as Sancista or Espiritistas. Okay, they use pretty much the name interchangeably, Sancista, Espiritista. Okay, while in 21 division, which is what I just mentioned. Okay, now we're going to talk about ceremonies in the two different traditions. In the 21 division, they have el refresco de la cabeza, el aplazamiento y el bautismo. Excuse me, el bautismo. While in Sanse, we have el registro, el cuadro espiritual, la elevación, los puntos en la naturaleza. 21 division has fiesta de palo, while in Sanse, and they're more musical based, very lively. In Sanse, we have la fiesta espirituales, which are more quieter in nature, and that's you know another difference between Sanse and 21 division. Okay, and I was saying about ceremonies. Sanse also has la coronación, you know, which I did say that 21 division has el aplazamiento, refresco de la cabeza, aplazamiento, el bautismo. You know, Sanse has el registro, la elevación, bautismo y coronación. Okay, different things. Ceremonies or public ceremonies in 21 division, they have their mani, you know, and their fiesta de palos and other acciones de gracia, other, you know, ceremonies beside that, acciones de gracia. While in Sanse, we have more, well, Sanse, I should say, they have more sesiones, veladas, misas espirituales, and of course, la coronación espiritual. So, you know, that's the difference. Again, a lot of people say that there's a lot of similarity. There really is a lot of differences in both traditions. A lot of people think that 21 division is strictly in the Dominican Republic, while Sanse is more in Puerto Rico. Traditionally, yes, 21 division is from the Dominican Republic, while Sanse is more from Puerto Rico. But you will find Sancistas in the Dominican Republic, just as you will find people who practice 21 division like myself in Puerto Rico and of course in the United States. You will find them in both. So you will find Dominicans who are Sancistas as you will find Puerto Ricans who are Papaboko, Mama Mambo, Papaloa, Mamaloa. You'll find them both in both traditions. Even though 21 division is more predominantly in the Dominican Republic, while Sanse is more predominantly in Puerto Rico. Uh, but you do find them both, lately intermingling. Uh, like I said, they're both beautiful traditions. They should be both respected. They have a lot of similarities. In the 21 division, the altars are called el Valle, while in Sanse es la tabla espiritual o el santuario. Eh, we have la mesa blanca for our ancestors or to honor in Sanse to honor the ancestral spirits, while not so much so in the 21 division. That's a little bit, different. Uh, much of the prayers in 21 division are Catholic based. I think I already touched that. While in Sanse, they are Espiritismo prayers, prayers used in Espiritismo. So, yes, there are a lot of similarities, but there are a lot of differences. There's way more differences than that. One thing, in 21 division and Misterio, when you receive these ceremonies, and El Misterio resides within you. In Sanse, you receive, depending on the tradition or the lineage, because as just as there are many lineages of 21, there are a few lineages of 21 division. There are different and various lineages of Sanse, and in some we give you what we call las tinajas espirituales or las potizas. Excuse me. These do not exist in 21 division. And a lot of people in the 21 division are like scandalized that they think that we contain the misterios in these potizas, in these tinajas, which are similar to the soperas given in Santeria. The difference is there's no reason to be scandalized because these potizas do not hold the energy of a misterio. The energy of a misterio is too wide and too vast to be held in a jar for us in sunset. What we hold, is it's like an urn, okay? An urn for your emisarios who come down speaking for a misterio of your cuadro espiritual, a jefe of your cuadro espiritual. So these tinajas or these potizas that come from the Taino tradition and some, African Congo and Yoruba influences are also in there in the sunset. So we use these potizas and we use these tinajas, but they're more like a spiritual can't say the word, yearn, where the energy of one's muertos, one's seres, one's sanses, one's comisiones reside. And these comisiones or perdona, these seres are emissaries or messengers to your ángel de la guardia, to your misterio, your loa, your oricha, el que te gobierna la cabeza. So there are, various differences within Sanse and 21 division. And I just wanted to post this video because the argument is just getting out of hand. I don't partake in it. I don't. I there's just so many things in the world that are more important as spiritual people to focus on. And when you see spiritual people, supposedly, entre comillas, arguing about these things, this it baffles me. I don't partake in it. I refuse to partake in that, and I ask my godchildren, don't partake into that. Lávate las manos, like I said, como Poncio Pilato. You're always gonna have people talking. As they say, la miseria le gusta la compañía. And just don't partake in that. There's just more important issues to worry about than to partake in that. Those are times when you need to just walk away. You know what I'm saying? That's just my point of view. Anyways, this is Sancista Luis. I hope you enjoyed the video. There are much more differences between Sanse and 21 Division. These are just basic ones that I just wanted to point out. If you have any questions, please ask. Please subscribe. Please hit the like. Please hit the dislike. Just doesn't matter. Sancista Luis, fuerte abrazo. Santo Sance. Have a beautiful summer. We'll probably take a little break. I have to do a little bit of traveling. I'll try to get some videos in there, here and there. But anyways, fuerte abrazo. Have a great summer 2015. Sancista Luis.